Oofy. Happy, I guess this is going to be your all Saturday, the 10th. Yes, happy Vlogtober the 10th, everybody. I just got home from work. It's after 5, long day. I wasn't really sure what to do for a video today until I was riding around today with my windows down, and because it's just a gorgeous day outside, and something started knocking on the side, and I remembered exactly what kind of a video I could do today. I don't know how long it's going to take to make, so that's kind of iffy, but I'm just going to go for it and see what happens. So let me show you. Okay, let me show you. See that nice little seatbelt right there? Well, I'm driving with the windows down. The wind comes in and just, it does that. And it's beating up the plastic, as you can see the little mark right there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a clip. I'm gonna design and 3D print a clip that I can mount here, and then you'll basically just slide the seatbelt. You'll put around it, slide it through it, and it'll hook it and hold the seatbelt there. Why it doesn't have that in the first place, I don't know. That's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna design a seatbelt clip, 3D print it, and install it. I don't know how long this 3D print's gonna take, but like I said, I'm just gonna push it, see what happens. But first, I gotta eat because my stomach is growling. I am starving. See you soon. Well, I was just kind of standing here staring out of my window, and I saw a blue van pull up and then back into the driveway. Well, I'm assuming they're backing into the driveway next door. And then the tapping starts. What do these guys do? Work Friday through Sunday? Watch this. Watch this. Hey, you groundhog! Quit hogging my ground! Okay, first things first. I need to do some measuring here. So I have my little caliper. Let's see how wide the seatbelt is. Looks like the seatbelt's about 1.83 inches wide. So we have the width 1.83 inches. So basically what I want to do is I want to design a clip that's, no, it doesn't have to be like that. It's kind of like, good Lord, I can't draw on the seat. It's kind of like this. So it just kind of goes like this and then has like a little lump, a little bump on the end. That's pretty much it. And then it'll attach to the car somehow here, and then all you do is just slide the seatbelt in, slide it out, and it keeps it from bouncing around. That's the plan. So this inside width here needs to be 1.83. What is that? Needs to be 1. Oh, let's find my pencil. The lead broke. I know there's a piece of lead in there because I can hear it bouncing around, but it just won't take. So okay, so the middle here needs to be 1.83 inches. So I can just, taking that, I can elaborate on how big I need it otherwise. I do want it to be a little wide, but not obnoxiously wide. So we'll go for, so the width. Let's do a little 3D representation. Our drawing like this is very weird. Okay, so yeah, let's say, there we go. So this width will be 0.6. Okay, I think I can work with that. That's all I need. Set up my green screen so I can make this a little cooler. Alright, here we go. Lighted set. Alright everybody, here we go. Let's get this program loaded up. Oh man. Must not have been signed in. Man, this capture running, man, everything's running slow as shite. Alright, here we go. Here's my little booklet with my sketches on it, my measurements. We have 1.83 inches for the interior. I'll make it an eighth of an inch thick, which is 0.125 inches. So that will be the thickness of the plastic. The gap in it doesn't need to be a lot at all because the seatbelt is really thin. So I'm gonna make the gap 0.20. As the tolerance levels, we'll make it 0.05. So let's see here now. I'm going to design this from the side. So we start off with create sketch, go from the top, view. I just want to point out that by no means am I an expert at Fusion 360 or CAD for that, whatever. So, you know, just take that as you may. So, in fact, I'm going to use a calculator for this. Got 1.83 plus 0.05 plus 0.125 plus 0.2. So 2205 is the total length of this. So I'll switch to this 2.205. You know the width. I never really determined the width. I know the seat belt is probably about that thick. It's probably 0.15 inches. Or an eighth of an inch, probably a little less than that. So we can make the width of this 1/4 of an inch. Yeah, we'll do that. All right, so let's zoom in on this. Okay, so there's our basis for it. Now what we need to do is, well, I need to go ahead and make this into, let's finish that. We need to go ahead and pull this up 0.60. That's the width of it. Go back here, create sketch. Let's go back to the top again. Let's rotate that back around. I don't think it really matters, but you know. Okay, now, actually I shouldn't have done that. What I want to do first, why does this look like it's backwards? Man, that's weird. Let's take this edge and this edge, and then we want to fillet them in so that we get a little rounded edge like that. That looks pretty good. And for this end here, I'm not going to worry about it. I want that end to be flat. Would it be better to cut a hole, or would it be better just to hollow it? Oh, the thickness is 0.125. Okay. Hey, an eighth of an inch. Yes, I said eighth of an inch. We use fractions, and I know how to work. Anyway, so okay, I'm just gonna go ahead. Let's just not do a sketch there. What I'm going to do instead is go ahead. We're gonna do a shell on this. Really? Is that what we're doing? We do all of this. I'm gonna shell it 0.125. Is it gonna work for the whole thing? No, it looks like it's not gonna work because it's not big enough. So it's not gonna be 0.125. 0.205. All right, now what that did, I can show you by doing this and then selecting this, and then if we do this, you see it's now hollow. So all I really need to do now is come in here like this, select this, extrude it negative, it'll cut it, and same thing for the bottom, extrude it negative, it'll cut it. Now if we go back to section analysis and we select this pane, we can then slide this back out and we have a hole. There's probably an easier way to do that, but considering I didn't really know how I wanted to start that off, I thought that was the best way. Don't do that. We need to move that stuff back. So let's go to the front. All right, so right now there's our little clip. Now what we're going to have to do is create a sketch on this plane here. So what we want to do, go to the corner here, corner there. This needs to be, I'm going to make this, see, we allow 0.2 and 0.05, which is 0.25, which is 1/4 of an inch. Let's leave it at 0.5. There's a tolerance on this printer because I'm not going to print this in fine quality, so I'm trying to take that into account. It overprints by, I think it's 0.005, I think. So I think we're fine doing, I want you down there. I think we're fine doing a 0.20. That's kind of, well, it looks big on here, but it's not. It's less than 1/4 of an inch. Oh, I know what I should have done. I don't need to do that. I can leave that there though, that's fine. Let's finish sketch. I didn't need to do that. I could have done this. I don't know what I'm thinking. This would have fixed everything. So, what I'm gonna do is create a line back here, 0.2. Really? I'm gonna come up here, about half that. Oh, I hate it when it does that. I clicked on the freaking. Okay, that's half the distance. Which you can see the total distance here is just over 1/8 of an inch. So we want to have enough room that you can get the seatbelt back out. Here, what I would do, we're gonna go to the same point here, up to the same point here, and then this we're gonna take all the way back. Okay. So now I kind of have a little tiny spot. I have no idea how this is gonna work. It's pretty small, so it shouldn't take too long to 3D print. I'm really gonna unselect it, bastard. No, I don't want to select that. I want to select that. Now if we extrude this down to the bottom there, enter, we should have a perfect little clip shape. Yay! I don't know how I'm going to mount it yet. Probably some double-sided sticky tape or something. Something that if I want to take it off, which I don't know why I ever would, that I could use like some gum off or whatever that crap's called, or some rubbing alcohol and get it off without hurting anything. All right, so there's that. Let's see how long this thing's going to take to print. It's been a while. 3D print. I already have it set up to my Cura. All right, here we go. There it is in Cura. This Cura is already set up to everything, which right now it's set to normal. So we'll see what the normal setting of 20% infill, which I don't think it's going to infill this at all. Slice it up. It says 19 minutes to print. Okay, taking that into account, I'm going to go to fine. Yes, I'll keep all that. Slice that up. Okay, 35 minutes. So, zoom in here. So basically what you're looking at is the way it's going to lay everything down. So this program is really cool. So, all right, let's get the 3D printer set up. Okay, welcome to my 3D printer. I always keep this loose because when this belt is tight, it puts stress on this end cap, this support piece here, and kind of bows it. So if you leave it like that, if you leave it tight, it will permanently bow it. There's a thing you can print that takes like 13 hours, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to do that. That goes into a big brace. I could probably make one that doesn't take 13 hours to print. That would work just as well. I got to switch this out for black. In order to do that, I have to preheat. Actually, looks pretty good. I don't think I'm gonna bother with leveling it. It should still be level because I haven't touched it. Got a preheat for PLA, which is what this stuff is. I do have some ABS, which honestly is a little better to use, especially if you want a more finished look. It prints at a higher temperature, and it literally makes your entire house smell like you're burning plastic with a soldering iron. So I don't use that unless I can open the window and put a fan back there. That's the only time I use that. If we go back to the home screen here, it will show us the current temperature. When it gets up to about 100 degrees Celsius. Alright, it's 129 now, so it should be enough. Should be able to push a little bit on this. Pull it out of there. Alright. Now you do not want to let go of this, or it will go freaking nuts on you and tangle all to hell. Now I 3D printed these so that it would sit on the spool easier and roll, because for some reason they decided to put gaps in there. So I gotta get my tools so I can get that off. Put back on the holder, which I still have not built the filament holder over top of this. That's okay. Well, there you go. Vlogtober. All right, that's another Vlogtober video. I'll do the filament holder for these. See, I knew this Vlogtober thing would pay off. Ow, ow, ow! Don't touch it. Shit. There's a nice little blister. It's 191.6 degrees Celsius right now, so it's a little warm. Just push until you see black come out of the extruder. Alright, here we go. Next thing I gotta do is copy my file to this. Okay, file is on here. Alright, so we need to go to SD card now. Need to unmount, remount the card. Print file. Scroll down to see our seatbelt clip. Start printing. Here comes the fun part. You just wait and pray. Alright, it is done. Should probably let it cool a little more, but I'm going to pop it off of there. There you have it. There's our little clip. You can see the little clip on the end. Should work. Should be able to put it in there and pull it right back out. Doesn't look long enough, but believe it or not, that's wider than the seatbelt. Okay, I have a few options for attaching this to the car. I can either tape it, I could glue it, or I have some Velcro command strips, actually. I have a bunch of these. Sorry, I have a bunch of these. You know what? I'm gonna do that. Let's do the Velcro. Let's do the Velcro strips. Okay, we need to cut one of these in half. I don't need one that long. That wide, I should say. I don't know how this is gonna look with the Velcro. Honestly, I can tell you right now, I'm probably gonna hate it because it's probably gonna stick out too much. But who knows? It might work. It might work. So let's go put it in the car and see how it looks. All right, there's our seat belt. If you could see, my arm wasn't in the way. It clips on there very nicely. Real question is, where do I want this? Honestly, I kind of want it up high, like there. I think that would be the best spot to keep it from flapping. Thing on there, let's press it really hard, make sure it stays. Seems to work really well. Grab the seatbelt pull, there you go. But is it enough to keep the wind from wreaking havoc on it? And I just noticed that this little piece of plastic is awfully bendy. At least I didn't know it was going to bend out that far with the pressure of the seatbelt. So I'm going to let that go and give it a shot and see how it works. I mean, right now it's good. Looks like that plastic's actually flexible enough that it won't break anyway. So yeah, I guess that's it, everybody. I did a seatbelt clip. That's a video, right? I gotta get ready because I gotta go step back out to work for a minute. So anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow.